Simultaneous equations, part 3. Hit pause, make some notes. When you're ready, hit play again. Okay, just before we move on to the starter, I was just going to say some of the solutions for the starters have been amazing this week. So what we're going to do next week, I'm going to pick 3 or 4 of the people who've been doing them, and they can come up to the board and show us exactly how they solve them. Okay. Right, here's our starter. Hit pause. When you're ready to have a go, hit play again. Okay, let's have a go at these then. So 8 to the power of 0, anything to the power of 0 is 1. 125 to the power of minus a third. If it's negative, then it's the reciprocal of, so it's going to be 1 over 125 to the power of a third. If it's to the power of a third, what does that mean? It means it's the cube root of 125. Cube root of 125 is 5, so it'll be 1 over 5. Calculate 5,000 times 1.2 times 10 to the power of 5. So if we put both of them as in standard form, so that means it'll be 5 times 10 to the power of 3 times 1.2 times 10 to the power of 5. So we do the numbers first. 5 times 1.2 gives me 6 times 10 to the power of 3 add 5 is 8. Right as a fraction, you should be expert at this now. So we say x is equal to 0.13 recurring. So if we have 10x, that's equal to 1.3 recurring. And if we have 100x, that's going to be 13.3 recurring. So if we do, let's call them equations. Call that equation 2 and equation 1. I like using my labels. We say 2 minus 1, then we get 100 minus 10x is 90x is equal to 13 minus 1 is 12. So x, that means that x is equal to 12 over 90, and I think 6 goes into 12 2 times, and 6 goes here, just checking, 15. Good. And finally, surds. So we'll have to get some people to show us how to work this next week. Square root of 2 times 3 root 2 minus 5, so it's got to multiply both terms. So square root of 2 times 3 root 2 means 3 times root 2 times root 2, which is 2, minus 5 times root 2. So we've got 6 minus 5 root 2. Good. So hit pause, rag rate it, and when you're ready, hit play again. So in part 3, we're going to look at forming simultaneous equations. Okay, so we've got a problem. And this is our problem here. The sum of two numbers is 130 and their difference is 38. Find these two numbers. Now we could do trial and error, or we could solve this algebraically. The sum of two numbers is 130. So we don't know what the two numbers are, so we can say let the two numbers be x and y. Okay, so that means the sum of the numbers is 130, so x add y is equal to 130, and then the difference of them is 38. So sum we add, difference we take away, and look at that, we got two equations with our two unknowns, equation 1 and equation 2. So what we want to do is get rid of either x or y. In this case, I'm going to get rid of y by adding. Okay, so if I add x, I get 2x. Y plus minus y gives me nothing, and then 130 plus 38, 168. That means x is going to be equal to 168 divided by 2, which is 84. So that's one of the numbers. Now I know that the two numbers, if I subtract them, they'll give me 38. So let's go and have a look at that then. So we say sub for x in equation 2. So that means 84 minus y is equal to 38. I'm going to take the y and put it on that side. So 84 minus 38 is equal to y. And I've got to work out what 84 minus 38 is. Can't do that in my head. Just do it on the side here quickly. Got to borrow from the 8. 14 take away 8. 6. 7 take away 3. 46. So y equals 46. Oops. And you can test the numbers then if you want. Add them together. 46 and 84 should give you 130. And if you subtract them, it should give you 38. Well, we know that it gives you 38 because we just worked it out. So that's how we form and then solve simultaneous equations. So hit pause, make some notes. When you're ready, hit play again, and we'll look at another example. Okay, let's have a look at this example. Apples and pears. It says 5 apples and 3 pears cost 86 pence. 7 apples and 5 pears cost £1.30. Find the cost of each piece of fruit. Any ideas? If you do have an idea of how to solve this, well, hit pause and have a go. And then when you're ready, hit play, and then we can work through the solution then. Okay, so I've got 5 apples and 3 pears. So if I say I haven't got x or y, so let the apples be, oops, be A, and the pears be represented by P. So that means A, 5A plus 3P going to cost 86 pence, and then 7 apples plus 5 pears going to cost £1.30, but in pence 130. So that's my equation 2, and that's my equation 1. I need to get rid of apples or pears. Well, I don't want to be multiplying by 7, so I'm going to get rid of the pears. So I'm going to say multiply equation 1 by 5, multiply equation 2 by 3. So that's going to give us 2 new equations. If I multiply the first one by 5, I get 25a plus 15p is equal to, and then I've got 86 times 5. No need for a calculator, Tom. 0 carry 3. That's 430. And on the second one, if I times it by 3, I get 21a plus 15p is equal to 390. These are new equations. Oops, sorry, that's 3. That's 3, and that's 4. Okay. How do I get rid of p then? Add or take away? Subtract. equation 4 from equation 3. So let's try that then. So 25a minus 21a, let's draw a line. That's 4a. Oops, there's no plus there because they cancel each other out. Back to red. And that's going to be equal to 430, take away 390, it's 40. That means a is going to be equal to 40 divided by 4, which is 10. So 10 pence. And to find the cost of the pairs, draw an arrow. Let's go into equation 1 this time. So sub for a in equation 1, and let's just carry on over this side. Let's have a bit of room. So we've got 5a plus 3p equals 86. A is equal to 10, so 5 times 10 plus 3p equals 86. 50 plus 3p equals 86. So 3p is equal to, we float this over, float and it pings to a minus. 86 minus 50, which is equal to 36. So 3p equals 36, so p is going to be equal to 36 divided by 3, which is 12. Good. So hopefully you did that yourself and you managed to sort of work out the solution. So now what I want you to do is, if you didn't, hit pause, write the example down, and then when you're ready, hit play again. Okay. Okay, in this example, we've got to solve this problem from the puzzle section in the newspaper. These puzzles, they appear all the time. You see these everywhere on the internet. So how do we solve it algebraically using simultaneous equations? If you think you can have a go, hit pause now and try, and then come back and hit play, see if you've got the correct solution. Right, hopefully you worked it out correctly. Let's work through it then. So I got stars and crosses. So I can't use stars and crosses in my example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say let the stars be equal to x, and then let the crosses be equal to y. So let's take this first line. We've got 3 stars and 1 cross, and they give me 53. So 3x plus y equals 53. My first equation. And I've got 2 stars and 2 crosses give me 58. So 2x plus 2y equals 58. I could have taken any of the lines, 2 stars and 2 crosses. I could have taken this one, 3 crosses and 1 star. Okay, right. So I've got to make variables the same. I'm going to make the y variables the same because I just need to multiply this one by 2. So that's going to give me, multiply every term by 2. 6x plus 2y is equal to 106. It's a new equation, so we'll call that one 3. And we've also got equation 2 there, which is 2x plus 2y equals 58. So, in order to get rid of y, am I going to add or subtract? Correct. Subtract 2 from 3. I don't have space to write equation 2 from equation 3. So, let's do that then. 6x minus 2x is 4x. 2 minus 2 is nothing. And 106 minus 58 gives us 48. Yep, good. That means x is going to be equal to 48 divided by 4, which is 12. So if x is 12, I can sub that back into the first equation. Sub for x in equation 1. And so that's going to mean that we got 3x plus y equals 53. And so 3 times 12 plus y equals 53. Let's give ourselves a little bit of room here. So that means 3 times 12, 36 plus y equals 53. So y is equal to 53 minus 36, which is, just going to work it out on the side here, 53 minus 36. No calculators. There goes 4. 17. So if you got that right, that's fine. Then we can move on to the next question. If not, make some notes on this example. And now, whenever you see this question pop up in the newspaper, you can solve it simultaneously. Very good. So hit pause, make some notes. Okay, what another example. Now what I want everybody to do is to have a go. Okay, so have a go first, read it, have a go. And when you're ready, hit play and we'll go through it together. Okay, so a slot machine takes only 20p and 50p coins. Machine contains a total of 140 coins worth £45.10. How many of each type of coin are in the machine? Well, we don't have any algebraic letters, so let's make them up. 20p's. Let's say the number of 20p's. Let's call them. Should we call them L? Sorry. Let the number of 20p's be T, and then let the number of 50p's be F. They're very similar, F and T. We'll see how that works out. Okay, so the total number of coins, so that means T plus F is equal to 140. And then their worth, how much they're worth. So the value of the 20p, so 20 times T plus 50 times F is going to be equal to, in pence, 4,510 pence. That's my second equation, that's my first equation. Okay. So I'm going to multiply the first equation by 20, so I can get rid of the t's. So that means that's going to give me 20t plus 20f equals 140 times 20. Just do 14 times 2 gives me 28, so 280. Oh, sorry, 2,800. Got 2 zeros there. And that's my equation 3. So in order to get rid of the t's, I'm going to subtract 3 from 2. So 20t minus 20t gives me nothing. 50 minus 20 gives me 30f. And 4,510 take away 2,800 will give me 15, take away 7, 1,710. Now the zeros on each side can cancel. Well, I tell you what, let's just do it properly. F is equal to 1,710 divided by 30. So the zeros cancel. And if we divide that, we get F is equal to 3 into 15, so 5, carry 2, 57. So the number of 50s is 57. And I'm just going to work out the other bit here. So we'll drag this across and sub it in the first equation, which is easier. So sub for f in equation 1. So we got t plus f equals 140. T plus 57 equals 140. That plus 57 floated over the equal sign, so it pings to a minus, so t is equal to 140 minus 57, which is equal to, and I'm just going to do my workings in the margins here, 57, borrow from the 4, goes down to 3, 10 take away 7 is 3, and 13 take away 5 is 8. So t is 83. Okay, so f equals 57, t equals 83. Good. Hit pause, make your notes, and I've got some questions for you to do. Right, so 4 questions for you to do. What I want you to do now is to hit pause, attempt all 4 questions. I want to see all the workings. Yep, not just the answer, because that would be a miracle. So hit pause, attempt the questions, when you're ready, hit play again. Okay, let's have a look at the solutions then. Becky and Peter's ages are to 53. Becky is 3 years younger than Peter. What are their ages? And you should have 28 and 35. Question 2. With the chocolates, Choco 35, Nutty 25. Question 3. 8 first class and 12 second class. And question 4. Stars are 19 and the value of the pluses is 20. Good. So I've got some classwork for you to do. Okay, so these are the questions, just the 8 questions for you. It won't take you long at all. So good luck and enjoy.